So there, I don't have close-up cams, so every once in a while I look at the camera. It's the program for Friday, September 26th, 2025. I'm Daniel Montoya Jr. with General Effect Media, and I am joined once again by Aaron the Truth Blackley and Hot Take Willie William Bradfield. Welcome back, gents. How we feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Did y'all practice that?
No.
Yeah.
It's just that
Y'all go into job
something.
interviews together at the same time too?
Yeah.
Pan?
Sure, yeah.
Pan? Awesome. Well, as you can see, if you've been a longtime follower of General Effect Media, you have seen a progression of different sets. And yet again, I got bored last week, mainly because we were too squished. And since the truth is joining us now, I thought, well, why don't we make it a little bigger, maybe a little bit more comfortable, a little homier, not like homie, don't play that, look it up, it's in living color. So yeah, it's a work in progress. We're going to get the walls fixed, we're going to get the lights fixed, and that backdrop is coming soon. So be sure to stick around and you'll see all the developments. But we are recording this on Thursday. It is the eve of football games, or some games are going on right now.
There's a game going on right now.
That is right. But we have some big contests coming up. But last weekend was the official start of marching band contests here in the great state of Texas. We also had a Texas Longhorns game. Some of us may have worked. Hot Take Willie, what'd you do last weekend?
I went to BOA Austin.
BOA Austin at the crack.
All day.
I'm sorry, the crack.
All day during the sweltering heat.
Did you moisturize, lotion up, suntan lotion?
Sadly,
sunscreen?
no, I forgot my sunscreen.
Oh,
so
man.
I was burned.
He was pretty red when I got there for fun.
Oh, geez. Did anybody recognize you from gym?
No.
Anybody
I
ask to take a picture?
I just went with a few friends.
Oh, did your friends recognize you from the program?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Very good. And the truth, what'd you do last weekend?
Well, Friday and Sunday I worked. But Saturday I went to BOA Austin, but for finals only.
Oh.
For prelims, I just stayed at home, watched some streams so I could catch some of the other contests. So I got to see Avon.
I was going to say, okay, because the same bands played twice, so you didn't need to see them in the morning from Austin. Oh, so you got to see Avon? All right. So that means we'll get some stuff to talk about later.
He was informing me throughout the day of all the other bands and all the other stuff going around.
All right. So I'm looking forward.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Oh, yeah. How's this go? I don't know. The concession. How are the concessions at the crack?
Oh,
Excellent
kettle
as
corn.
always.
Kettle corn.
Well, that's...
Bush's Chicken, the tender rolls.
Yes, those two.
Oh, I could eat 6 rolls right now.
And the lemonade.
Limonada. Well, awesome. Well, let's start off with the recap, where we recap the events of this weekend. And I will get a little bit nerdy for those of y'all that remember the recap. I'm actually diving into said recap. And then our boys, the A&W, like the root beer or the hamburger shop, will give us their thoughts, their reactions, their reviews. We're going to start in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where Clovis was triumphant. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the 12. You can kind of look at who made finals and the order of the finals. But how close were y'all's predictions to how everything came out? Do y'all remember?
I mean, honestly, I had Clovis winning by a lot, and they did. But after that, I think I had East Lake second, got that right.
Good for you.
But outside of that,
yeah, I didn't really have any clue. After that,
I was not confident with my predictions, and my lack of confidence was justified.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, Clovis did sweep 3A and finals, so they won all their captions. They were first. They were it was a New Mexico, Texas with a dash of Colorado thrown in. Rampart, the only Colorado group, placing fourth. Somebody commented that Organ Mountain, remember we were trying to figure out what they were called, Oñate or Onate, or what did you say?
Oñate?
Yeah, that works. Yeah, Oñate.
That's how I've always said it.
Oñate. It's fine. It's fine. The only 4A group, East Lake High School from El Paso, Texas. It's amazing to me how little El Paso representation we get at that regional.
Yeah.
It's so close. But as many have told me, because I write for a whopping 4 El Paso schools, it's so early. But then everyone is early.
Yeah.
I mean, did anybody watch bands from? Do we know how much of their show they did?
I only saw Clovis. That's the only band I got to catch from New Mexico.
How many minutes you think they put on the field?
I'd say it's about the same as most other contests that I was watching. So like usually around 5 minutes, maybe.
Most bands go up to like their ballad, and then the end of their ballad is when they stop.
Yeah, Clovis was pretty typical in that sense.
Gotcha. Clovis, not an August 1st 8-hour rule abiding school, not because they choose not to, or but they just don't have to. Don't have to. So went through the recap, and it was pretty solid. The first, second, third place. Clovis was first place in every caption in finals. Eastwood and Eastlake kind of went back and forth between second and third, except for Organ Mountain did get third in GE Music. Eastwood High School got fourth in GE Music, but it was pretty chalky. There was nothing too crazy with how those bands came out. So Las Cruces. So what would you rate your predictions? What would you give yourself in a letter ranking, like school?
I'll give myself a passing grade just because I don't think anybody can predict this contest.
So it was like pass-fail is the way you were going to do this one.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Pass-fail.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to Las Cruces, New Mexico. We're going to go to the other border town of McAllen, Texas, at Veterans Memorial Stadium from the South Texas Regional, where John B. Alexander proved triumphant. A pretty significant win. It was not barely 1.1. So that is pretty good for them. Correct me if I'm wrong. New design team, not complete new design team, but new arranger, new coordinator. Not certain if they got a new drill writer.
I think I heard that.
So
as
it's
well.
2/3.
I don't.
Gotcha.
I don't know for sure.
Jessica Glasgow is the program coordinator. I believe this is her first year. Steve Vento's doing music. Not sure if that's his first year, but
I feel like Steve was doing the music before.
Okay. Yeah, it was Will Pitts for a while, and then I believe Kent Summerhour was doing coordination and drill. He could still be doing drill. Not really certain, but yeah, JB Alexander first, Roma second. And if I may pat myself on the back a little bit, in last week's episode, I said, just watch out for Harlingen South. One of y'all put him in 12th, and that's fine. You
I think
put him
I
in
put them
finals.
11th.
Okay, 11th. You put him in 11th, and
I didn't know how to predict this contest.
And I said, I didn't say, watch out, they're going to win. I just I think they could be higher. This exceeded what I thought they were going to do. Harlingen South, from rarely making finals at a lot of events to getting third. This is, I'm not going to give him all of the credit because the kids have to do it. That's a community. But Ronnie Rios, the new director there, from Harlingen High School, where he was greatly successful on the stage and on the field for so long, retired, did a little college, did a little consulting, and he's back third place at the regional, not too far off from Roma.
No, yeah.
And Harlingen South is 5A or 6A?
They're 5A.
They are 5A. Wow. And Roma is also 5A.
Yeah.
So these could be your top two bands going to state on there. Go ahead.
About Harlingen South. They're one of the few bands that I was able to catch from McAllen.
But we're going to talk
watched
about
them
that.
in Roma.
We're not through there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go through this and then we'll get to your review reactions to the McAllen contest. All right, let's follow protocol, please.
Yes, sir.
Roma took music, no surprise there. JB took visual and general effect. I think there's no surprise that's been their strength over the last few years on there. Harlingen South did take 2 of the 3, music and GE, in prelims, with Edinburgh taking visual performance. JBA swept prelims over Los Fresnos in Edinburgh North. And then if we just look at the recap as well, JBA 1-2 in finals, Harlingen South 3-3-3-2, Roma 2-1-1-2. Like those 3 basically kind of kept it going, except for visual, general effect visual. Edinburgh High School was third, putting Roma in 7th.
Ooh, wow.
7th. So JBA had a 15.8, 14.4 for Roma. So basically visual GE. I don't know the math. I think Roma still would fall a little short. It was a 1.1 gap, but wouldn't have been that big of a gap. But the visual judge, hey, their name's on it, Ryan Demkovich, did not seem to like the visual general effect package of Roma High School. Aaron, what do you got for us about McAllen?
Yes. So I definitely would have tried to catch John B. Alexander if I knew that they were going to be as competitive as they were, winning the contest even. But I did catch Roma and Harlingen South. I thought Roma was fantastic. After seeing them, I was like, yeah, I think they're going to win the contest. I'm not worried about it. Clearly, I should have watched John B. Alexander too. But Harlingen South, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, they're really good. They're going to medal.
And they did?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. And JBA and Harlingen South, both Jessica Glasgow Productions. Not an ad, though Jessica would like to sponsor us or send us something for mentioning her name on there. Cool. I work with her at some programs as well, but, whatever. Not on those. Anybody else you want to shout out from the McAllen Regional? It's okay if you don't.
Unfortunately, that
you
was
can't
all I
watch
was able to
all
catch.
of the shows. William didn't watch anything.
I was
He was too busy watching.
burning in the sun the whole time.
Well,
so
I bet the McAllen people were
they were
burning
probably
even
burning
more.
worse.
Yeah. You know who probably wasn't burning? The people in Toledo, Ohio, for the Northwest Ohio Regional, where I think we were pretty close. And by we, I mean I just agreed with y'all's predictions of what was going to happen. Avon really handedly won finals over William Mason. Jennison getting third. Now, did y'all predict Jennison being that high based on what had happened at MCBA Rockford? I don't remember.
Yes, I had them third.
Yeah.
You had them third. Lawrence Township, Plymouth Canton, rounding out the top 5 on their. Avon swept prelims. Not a big surprise. Avon swept finals. Not a big surprise. Jennison swept prelims as well. If we look at the recap, before we get into y'all's reviews of these bands, hey, guess what? Avon did not lose a caption. Now,
I'm shocked.
I believe, is this one of those where some of the judges had a hard time getting? Because there was no individual music and there was no individual visual judge due to the ground stoppage at both Dallas airports, which is a major hub in this state and this country. So we still had GE, we still had the one visual effect, but we did not have individual on the field. Avon first in everything. Mason was 4th in music performance, which is interesting. 3rd in visual performance, second in GE, with Jennison being 2nd in both music and visual performance, then getting 4th, 3rd, and 3rd in GE. That other 3rd GE music went to Lawrence Township. Now, they are listed, are they always listed as Lawrence Township? But then are they announced as the Marching Pride of Lawrence Township? So MPLT, all that stuff. So, yeah. What do we got? What'd you see, Aaron? Let us know.
So I was not able to catch every single band, but I was able to.
Wow.
I saw the top 3. I think Jennison is definitely closer to Mason than we expected going into the season, and the scores reflect that. However, without those individual judges, that can change the score a lot, especially Mason.
Mason normally does better
for sure,
individually.
especially music individuals. Yeah, those woodwinds are going to give you a lot of points.
Oh, yeah. So I don't think the gap's going to be that close throughout the entire season.
Right.
I wouldn't immediately jump to say Jennison is going to make Grand National Finals, but I do think they could be in the high teens, maybe in the bubble. We'll see how the season progresses for them.
I am interested in the visual, though. Jennison taking, or Avon getting, 3rd in visual?
No, they...
In finals, they swept.
In finals. No. Sorry, no, Mason.
Oh, Mason.
Mason.
Yeah, Mason getting, and it was 16.4 to 16.2. So there was still a little room left, I guess. But some people.
That's interesting.
That judge was B. Speidel. Not familiar with B. Speidel? Could be Brian. Could be Bo. Could be who else? What are some B names? Brad. Regardless,
Bob.
Bob. We'll call him Bob. Bob Speidel. All right. The big show for the weekend. The BOA Austin Regional at the Crack, in the words of Aaron. I just call it the Crack, the Palace, Kelly Reeves Athletic Conference. Were we all wrong? No. Was I the only one that was wrong on my predictions?
I think
I said that Rouse was going to win, then I saw Vandegrift, and I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
So for the second year in a row, Jason Gonzalez, shout out to you. They took my challenge to heart. It was a chip on their shoulder, and they said, we'll show him. And they did. Vandegrift taking first. None of us had this next band in the top 3. Cedar Park getting 2nd place. Vista in 3rd. Westlake in 4th. Rouse in 5th. Leander in 6th. And then we just get to Dripping, Cedar Ridge, Westwood, Round Rock, Lake Travis, and McAllen. Vandegrift sweeping all captions in finals. We did have Crum sweeping Class A, winning Class A. Belton, only group in 2A, swept prelims 2A. Cedar Park winning visual GE and getting first, with Rouse getting 2nd, getting music. And Vandegrift sweeping prelims with Westlake in 2nd, Vista Ridge in 3rd. And I went a little bit more nerdy on the recap. I went through everybody just to see what kind of craziness we would have. Vandegrift getting 2nd individual music, individual ensemble, but coming out in first overall in music. We had Westlake winning individual music. We had Vista Ridge winning ensemble music, with Cedar Park getting second, Westlake getting third overall. We get into visual performance, Vandegrift taking both. Dripping Springs was second in visual individual, with Westlake getting second in visual individual, Westlake taking second, Cedar Park taking third. We get into GE. Vandegrift was second by Jeff Harper in music, first by Susan Smith. Then we had Vista Ridge was first in one of the judges, with Cedar Park third with one of the other judges. And then Cedar Park was second by Susan. I know it's all confusing. Third, it was Rouse. So we had a sharing of music effect captions, with Vandegrift getting first, Vista getting second, Cedar Park getting third in the total of all that. And then visual, first was Vandegrift, visual effect. Second was Rouse, with third being Cedar Park. And then, of course, Vandegrift getting first, Cedar Park getting second, Vista Ridge getting third. Folks, let's break it down. Y'all were there. Reactions, reviews. Lay it on us.
Do you want my personal or do you want my safe?
What do you feel safe putting on camera for their kids and parents and directors to see and possibly cut and post?
I'd say that I disagree with every single placement, everywhere from 8th to 2nd. Every single one.
Wait, 8th to 2nd?
8th to 2nd. I disagree with every single one of them.
So you believed that Vandegrift was the one true spot?
Vandy winning was not a shocker.
Wow.
Not at all.
Okay.
They were undeniable.
Yeah,
Okay.
undeniable.
Wait.
Incredible.
So you said from 2nd to 12th?
Second to 8th. I disagreed with everything.
2nd to 8th, 12, 11, 10. Ooh. Who got 8th? Cedar Ridge?
I think Cedar Ridge got 8th, yeah.
So you disagree with Cedar Ridge getting 8th?
Yeah.
But you agree with Westwood getting 9th?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you think, first of all, what do you think about his take? 2nd through 8th were wrong.
I mostly agree.
All right. So
I think we're going to disagree on our disagreements.
Okay. All right. So then who did you think should have been second?
Vista Ridge.
What about you, Aaron?
I think it should have been Vista Ridge.
Ooh, okay, so far we're in agreement. I didn't watch it, so I can't agree, but I like this. Go on. Third.
Cedar Park third. Rouse third.
Oh, Rouse third.
Rouse third.
I think Cedar Park should have been third, yes.
Rouse or Cedar Park, it's kind of a...
Okay, so then Cedar Park would be fourth?
Cedar Park fourth.
And then you put Rouse fourth?
Yes, Rouse fourth.
Wow, okay. And then fifth?
Westlake.
Ooh. Aaron's thinking about it.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like my 5 through 7 are very close.
Well, you got to put them in order.
Or actually, like 5. Oh my God, wait.
Oh boy. No, you should have written this down.
I forgot about Leander.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
A lot of people do sometimes. 100 mil.
I would also put Westlake 5th, actually.
6th?
I would put Cedar Ridge 6th.
Ooh, a little hometown cooking. All right, what would you put 6th? It was Leander, right? It was Leander.
I think I would put Dripping Springs 6th.
7th?
Dripping Springs.
Ooh, 7th.
Leander.
And then 8th?
Leander.
Woo! And then you?
I guess that leaves Cedar Ridge.
That leaves Cedar Ridge. So you like Cedar Ridge in 8th. Wow. Okay, so there was some craziness between all of that, and I'm not going to go into it, but if we were to look at the recap, maybe some people, the judges, might have agreed with some of that. They were pretty consistent on 10, 11, 12.
10,
Maybe
11,
even
12
9, 10, 11, 12 were kind
9,
of...
10, 11, 12 were pretty...
Yeah. I think a lot of them agreed with that kind of stuff, and then you start getting into...
The crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy town.
It was really all over the place. I was thinking, I had to think about it a lot.
Well, it is an early show.
Yeah.
During prelims, all of the people that I was sitting with, the general consensus was music goes to Vista Ridge, and visual was a toss-up between Vandegrift and Cedar Ridge, which was really interesting.
Were your friends Cedar Ridge alums?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Were they haters of... I'm just kidding.
No, none of them were haters. They're
Wow.
ball knowers.
They know ball.
They know ball.
All right. Hey, I like when folks know ball. Pause.
And then during the announcements, when we saw Vista Ridge third in 4A, we were like, Cedar Ridge got second? And then they said Westlake second. Everyone was like, what?
Yeah, Wesley
Everyone
to me
was-
seemed
got
like the
mind
biggest
blown.
shock, so to speak,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
of the
definitely.
night. Deserved, apparently not by you two.
I did not see their,
Oh,
or I wasn't there for prelim, so I couldn't say they're
I
the
think
second
it
best.
was more of a. I'm going to get really specific. It's how I felt about LD Bell in 2023 when they made San Antonio finals. When I first watched them, I was like, okay, cool. I'd have them about 16th, 17th, 8th. And then you see them at finals and you go, okay, I understand everything now.
I'd agree.
Definitely, 100%. They should be here.
I see. So it made sense in finals.
Yes. Because we're not judges.
Well, but you're judging.
No,
And that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm always judging.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So were there any pleasant surprises, any things you want to shout out or point, spotlight, if you will?
Leander.
Oh, all right.
If I could see
But why?
the show, I would
Oh,
definitely.
so this isn't a positive spotlight. Okay, all right.
I wanna-
Let me know how was it?
I'm gonna twist it into a positive light.
Twist it?
Yes.
Leander is an incredibly talented program. I do not disagree. After especially sitting on it, they sound incredible. They're definitely top half at BOA Austin level of performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That being said, I only know how they sound because the big screens that they have in the front, they're very distracting, and I could not really see the guard or the.
I would say painfully distracting.
Yes. Oh no, you could not. I had my eyes hurt. When you look at the sun and you get
Yeah,
the spots
yeah.
in your eyes. That was me
it
after the
was-
show for
I have a picture here
10
that I
minutes.
printed out
Yeah,
just
why
for
don't you
Leander's
show the camera?
props. It hurt to look at them in finals. In prelims, it was fine because the entire stadium
'Cause
is
it was
lit
bright
up in the
outside.
sun, and then it kind of blends in, and it looked fine. It was just a little distracting because it's in the front. But in finals, I couldn't look at them for more than 10 seconds without having to look away.
Now, this is not the first time a competitive high school marching band has used screens. Y'all remember when Berkner was using screens for a few years? It's fine if you don't.
Yeah,
It was
and
it was some time ago.
Tarpon used them back
Tarpon used them, but they were on the field,
Yeah.
in their video game show. Boston Crusaders used them in Zoom, not to be confused with Boom, or their upcoming show Doom about Dr. Doom. You heard it here first. Don't quote me on it, but third time's a charm. Do you think that the show would be just as good without the screens?
I feel like if the screens were used in a different way, then I think I could get into it a little bit more.
how I would go about fixing the show as a very qualified person.
Correct.
First of all, bring the brightness on the screens
Sure.
way down.
Sure.
They do not need to be that bright. Second of all, it does not need all this movement, because even if you bring the brightness down, you're going to see all this movement, and our monkey brains are just going to go, ooh.
Well, I was going to ask, is it continuous on the screen?
yes.
Oh, yes.
It does not stop. It's
That's-
always moving. And that's, I think, the biggest issue after the brightness.
Gotcha.
If it was just like a scene change,
Yeah.
like for every movement, I think that would work really well. But it was basically a movie.
At the beginning of the show, you're wowed by them. You're like, wow, this is really, really cool. And then the vanity kind of wears off and you go, man, these are bright. I can't. And you look at them and you go, oh, I forgot I'm watching a marching band. I need to look at the band now. But then your eyes gradually go back to
Right.
the screens and you're not watching the band. I think at prelims, they got a little bit dimmer as the show went on. And there was a point where they were dim and they looked like front drops. And I thought that could be really cool if they changed to it looked exactly like a front drop.
It's just like a static image.
And it changes front drops dramatically to where it doesn't hurt your eyes aren't fixed on them. When you look down, you go, oh, they changed. That's really cool. And they looked exactly like tarp. It looked completely 100% like tarp. It looked really cool.
Wow. Well, I'm sure they are watching this and they're going to react accordingly, probably. Or if they had the clinic on Sunday, maybe the judges said the same thing. Maybe they said different things. I don't know.
From my sources, I
Ooh.
have some sources. They said that the judges really liked the screens.
which I think is concerning. We'll see if that lasts throughout the season.
We
but-
could talk about it at a maybe later date about the entire segment too.
Well, I just want to bring this up really quick. There is a rule in BOA
Ooh.
about like how much like electronic produced sounds, how much of that has to be student produced. Like student has to press a button at the right time to make a sound happen. we do not have that for visuals at the moment. But if a band like Leander, who is a very talented band and I think can be very successful without the screens, but if they can get really good visual GE points because of the screens when the students are, as far as I know, not involved in that in the slightest.
Sure.
I think that is a concern, and there needs to be it needs to be brought up.
So you're saying someone could be controlling the show from the stands, or
I don't know enough about AV stuff, but
yeah,
I think it needs to be a discussion.
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I don't know the tarpon thing. Would I assume that the kids? I mean, they have a massive rock band stage every year that has.
And I feel the tarpon ones weren't so in your face. They were just in the back as little set pieces to enhance what the visual.
And it always seemed to have a kid on the stage in front of the screen. Also, I don't know.
I feel like where tarpon use their screens to enhance the visual identity, the Leander screens are the visual identity.
Well,
that's a good way to
what happens if they lose power then? What does that do to their visual score if you believe so strongly in it?
Performance, I still think they'd be fine. 100%.
Sure.
Because that's the only thing that you can.
Some hot takes regarding some hot screens by the Leander Lion Band. That was The Truth and Hot Take Willie letting you know what they thought about that. So that's awesome. Well, it was cool that y'all were there live and in person at the BOA Austin Regional. We have a lot of events coming up this weekend. This is still September. We're still in the last week of September, right? We haven't gotten to October 1st yet. So that's going to be wild. Let's talk about a number of events, and then maybe y'all have some previews and predictions for each event. And we're not just sticking with BOA today. We're going to talk about a few other shows that have BOA-type bands. And again, if you want us to talk about your marching band contest, send it to us. Let us know. We got some information from the state of Utah that I need to forward to you guys so that you can see schedules, you can see scores and whatnot. They sent me a whole email, so I will forward it to y'all. So first up, in Columbus, Ohio, we have a BOA Regional. Don't know the name of the stadium. I just said Columbus, Ohio. What do y'all guys think? What's going to happen?
I think it'll be interesting, honestly. I think the top three is pretty set in stone. You got Fisher's Key area and Lakota West.
Do you think Kiski area could win, though? They won a regional last year, didn't they?
I think they could take a caption or two off of Fisher's with where Fisher's are at right now with their show.
And this is the Bear show?
Yes. They're the one who Cinder Grove was within a point of them last week.
Oh, so, and Kiski beat Cinder Grove, didn't they, last year? At Grand Nationals? I don't know.
I think so.
I think it'll be interesting.
I'm calling upset alert. Upset alert, Kiski area.
I think the final score will be within 0.2.
Ooh.
No, that's really close.
That's almost an upset alert too.
That'll be a hot take. I don't know who's going to win, but I think it'll be within 0.2.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a sweep, and I do not know enough about Kiski's show to make a call on which caption I think they can beat Fisher's.
Just going off a reputation. So top three, you have who do you have?
Fisher's winning, Kiski area, and Lakota West rounding up the top three.
How do you feel about that hot take?
Yep. Lakota West, Lakota Best.
I agree with that.
It's true.
They're not Lakota least.
No. That was Aaron the Truth Blackley who said that one. Another group that's there, Campbell County. They've won a regional, haven't they? Or they've won their class. I can't remember.
Yeah, no,
they've done well before.
I think they've won their class.
They've done well before, so a band to watch out for also in that Columbus, Ohio regional. We are in Flagstaff, Arizona. The most exciting thing to take place in a dome stadium in the state of Arizona in the last 2 weeks. We have a show going on over there. So what do we think about that one, guys?
I'm honestly really excited for this one.
Oh, as opposed to the Columbus one? You're not excited about that one? You heard it here first.
I wouldn't say that.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Anyway, Flagstaff, Arizona. So you're excited. Go on.
Yes. We're probably going to have I don't know if a single band at this contest has won a regional before. So
this could be a first-time regional champion.
I think the only one who might have is Foothill out of Nevada.
Oh.
But I not sure about that.
Could they have won like an old Las Vegas regional or something like that?
Maybe, but they're always at contests with like American Fork, so they got a big
So
hill to
second
climb.
place counts as a win if it's to American Fork.
And I'm looking at this. There's a band from Texas.
Well,
going?
I was about to say
yeah.
Eastwood
Yeah.
just did the Las Cruces one, and for those of you in other states that wonder how can a band go to a New Mexico regional from Texas and then turn around and go to a Flagstaff, Arizona regional, I think it is closer to Arizona for El Paso bands than it is probably for Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. Do look at a map, and Texas is ridiculously huge.
You can drive 13 hours and still be in the same
Correct.
state.
El Paso schools would rather go to, and they've done this before, they go to the Las Vegas or the Utah regional.
They've even gone to California.
And they've gone to California because it's just a better, safer, I don't know, less of a travel time than coming to San Antonio or Dallas or Houston. So Eastwood, yeah. All right, so lay it on. Who are the top three? What are we getting?
I think Westlake is going to win, and they're going to win by
Westlake,
a lot.
Utah. Not
Yeah,
the same Westlake
Utah.
we were talking about.
Not the only Westlake that could win a regional this weekend, but we'll get to that later.
Oh my gosh.
But so yeah, Westlake, Utah, they're a very solid, long time. They've always been up there, like the top 5.
Relatively new band.
No,
Like 10 years-ish?
I think they've been around for a bit longer than
Okay.
that.
15?
They had a school split recently.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Cool. All right, Westlake in first.
Yes, I think they're gonna sweep.
Sweep.
Then second or third. Honestly, 2 through 5 is like my next group of bands.
Okay.
Mountain Ridge, Catalina Foothills, 2 of the really strong bands out of Arizona. You have Bartlesville coming from Oklahoma. They're a pretty solid band out of there. I think they're going to do really well here. Foothill, Nevada, the potential regional winner out of the list.
Right. Now, with this Eastwood band, do either of y'all see Eastwood making this a double performance trip?
I think they should make finals pretty comfortably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how high they'll place. However, I just looking at the rest of the list of like who's attending, I think they'll make it
Speaking
pretty
of
easily.
bands showing there, was there another New Mexico band that changed their name? Was Volcano Vista a different band name back in the day?
No,
cool
Volcano
name.
Vista has always been Volcano Vista.
So
as
was
far as I
Oñate
know.
the only one that changed? I'm sure there's another school. You know, we're changing. They'll change it back at some point. Shout out to Midland Legacy High School. Awesome. Anything else about the Flagstaff, Arizona regional?
I think Foothill will medal just because I like the name.
I think it would be really funny to have a Catalina Foothills and Foothill.
And Foothill both medal. That would be
I think
amazing.
that would be fun.
Right. Perfect. You heard it here first. They're both going to medal according to the hot take truths. Let's jump all the way to Bedford, Texas, in the greater HEB, Hearst, Euless, Bedford, DFW area for the HEB marching contest. A show that if you looked at the bands that are on there, you could say this, for the most part, could be a BOA regional with the top 10 possible bands having made BOA finals in the past, in the last 25 years or so. I mean, we have a heavy hitter who will probably win, right? There's just, I don't want to belittle anyone else, but if another band other than Marcus won, something has happened, right?
I believe actually in the past, Marcus has. Have they lost the contest to Wakeland before, or was it just like really, really close?
I think it was just really, really close.
I think Wakeland won prelims one year.
That does sound like. Gotcha.
I do see here
Oh?
that you put Wakeland to win visual here, which I haven't seen Wakeland yet.
I haven't
So,
There's always just
which is
shot in the
very
dark.
interesting. I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen them, so how could I? How could I know of it?
There's always funny stuff happening at the HEB marching
Oh, yeah,
contest.
no.
Like you you think you haven't figured out after this contest, and then a week later at BOA Bedford, exact same stadium, completely different
I
results.
think
Right, different judges, different panels.
there was a band that got top 5 at HEB, and then the very next week was BOA Bedford, and they didn't even make finals.
Yeah.
I forgot
That's
who
right.
that was, but that
I don't
happened.
yes.
Was it Forney?
No, it was like it might have been.
Was it Carol?
It might have been Carol. I'm not sure.
It sounds familiar. That's why it sounds like DFW was pretty wonky
and
last
then they
year.
went
but
on to make state finals.
That's the
that
thing.
same
Like
year.
you have bands that didn't do well at Duncanville that then did real well at area. Like it was It's crazy. So, all right, lay it on me. What's y'all's predictions?
I have Marcus winning.
Marcus.
And Wakeland second. It's going to be a caption split, I bet.
Okay.
Or if anyone's going to sweep, it's going to be Marcus. Then 3 to 7 is kind of like its own little range. I could see anything happening. I have Timber Creek third. Keller fourth. Usually comes out of the gate a little slow, which is why I could see them as low as 7th.
Sure.
Then my 5 through 7, Aledo, Forney, and South Lake Carroll, all really solid bands, especially Aledo. I've got actually my eyes on Aledo for potentially medaling here.
Oh.
They got, at the state contest last year, I think they got 5th or something. They did really well.
5A?
Yeah, in 5A.
5A. Are they 6A now? Do they keep going back and forth?
No, they've been 5A, but I think they're at risk of becoming 6A.
Okay, that's
this next alignment.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do my gut punch, my gut feeling. Forney gets third. I'm gonna say Forney in third.
Forney does do well at this contest usually. So
Insert for Forney. Insert for Forney.
What? Is this a meme?
You can't
Is this
say
a
it here.
joke?
You can't say it
Yeah,
here.
this is a clean.
You can't say it.
All right. According to your notes, one band is not attending finals. We don't know who or.
yes, if you go to the website, you can their schedules. They have 12 bands. These 12 bands performing in prelims, and then in finals they only have 11 slots.
Oh.
So that means someone is probably not going to be
Someone's
performing
out.
in finals.
Gotcha.
Who that is, I don't know. I just wanted to write that note. I put my full top 12 to round out the.
You have an interesting pick for 12th.
Gainesville.
Gainesville, a 4A marching band.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the
12.
only 4A on that, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. They're 12th out of 12. So.
Oh, there's only 12 bands in this contest.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I was like, oh my God. Okay, cool. Shout out to Gainesville. What do you think about all this hot take?
This is fine. I mean, I have no idea from 3 to 7 either. I have no clue.
You
I
call
haven't seen
yourself
enough of
band
it.
analysts.
I've been trying to get videos.
Oh, well, I know a
time.
guy. He's sitting right here.
No,
Well,
I get my videos from.
he gets his videos.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Do it. You're patient 0?
In some cases, yes.
Oh, wow. Now we go up to the Bluegrass State for Louisville, the Louisville Regional, where we have for the second week in a row a perennial Grand National champion attending a regular old regional in a different state. We have the Carmel Marching Muchacho Greyhounds. How do you see this coming out, gents?
I will be Carmel.
Yeah, Carmel sweep.
Carmel sweep. Predict the gap between first and second.
3.5.
3.25.
3.25.
I'm gonna say it's 4 points.
4
Okay.
points.
Like the middle school. 4 points.
I'm saying because the judges want to keep it, They want
But what did Castle get at Grand Nass last year?
7th.
They got 7.
Oh, that was closer than I thought.
Oh no, yeah, they're
Okay,
really good.
So it may not be 4 points, but it could be this early.
They're also really good again this year.
All right. Well, so if we look at it, you have a lot of former and current Grand National finalists: Carmel, Castle, Brownsburg, Center Grove. Was Lincoln Way ever I don't think so, right?
No, not quite.
Nope. But you also have a lot of Kentucky bands that have done really well in the past, like Paul Lawrence Dunbar, Bourbon County, BOCO, as we like to say, Madison Central. Decatur Central is an Indiana band, right?
Yes.
That's right. Because is there a Decatur? No, I'm thinking of DeSoto Central from Mississippi. That's what's confusing me. So, all right. Who's in second? No offense to the bands not named Carmel.
I think it'll be Castle.
I could say Castle.
All right.
Yeah.
I will agree with you on that.
I think I would be surprised if the top 4 is out of the order that I have: Carmel, Castle, Brownsburg, Center Grove. I think those are by far the 4 best bands here, but they're also they're in tiers of their own.
And Center Grove was within a point of Fishers, as you mentioned. That was 2 weeks ago, though, right? How good was Bourbon County last time we talked about them?
They took music from
Yeah,
Lafayette.
They almost beat Lafayette,
Yeah.
so I have them in 5th here.
Do you think there could be a BOCO upset into 4th?
I would
I've
not
seen
count
them.
it
They're
out.
really good.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to
They're
say
really
BOCO
good.
in 4th. In finals.
I would not be upset about that.
In finals.
At all.
Not prelims. I don't know. I have no... You know what? They're in 4th in either prelims or finals. That way I can be right. I like being right. What else you think, hot take?
I would be very happy to see Bourbon County in the top 4.
The top 4. Awesome. All right. We said we talk about non-BOA shows, but also you're going like, what do you do is talk about Texas shows. Well, how about a show not in Texas, but it has no Texas bands? I don't think so.
But it's on the hat.
But it's
It's in the hat.
It's in the hat.
Texas's hat. Oklahoma.
Every time we mention Oklahoma, I have to say my favorite joke. Why does Texas not fall into the Gulf of Mexico? Aaron, do you know why?
I do not know why.
Because OU sucks. All right, so let's talk about the Owasso Marching Invitational. Who do we have?
I think I only wrote down a top 5 here. I think after that it gets kind of muddy, especially as somebody who's not super clued into Oklahoma bands as a whole. But Bentonville, I think they're going to come out really strong again this year. They're a national finalist.
I'd be surprised if they don't win and sweep it all.
Second, I have Jenks. Also a recent Grand National finalist, 2018.
Carman.
When they last made it. And then third through fifth, I could see Union, Bixby, and Edmond, Santa Fe in any of the order. But I have Union in third. I've heard really good things about them. They're on a bit of an upswing again after a little bit of a dip
now,
the past few years.
Someone remind me, what did Edmond Santa Fe do last year for the first time? Didn't they win the regional?
Yes, I think they went to Arizona.
All right.
They won Flagstaff.
Do you have some thoughts on this? Because I have a hot take. From Hot Take.
I can never really tell with like specifically Jenks, Union, and Bixby, those three. I always mix them up. And I always don't know where to place them either. So I'm gonna say Bixby third. I'm gonna say Bixby third.
I could see it.
I think Bixby and Edmond Santa Fe get second and third. They're the medalists.
Oh shoot, they beat Jenks?
I think they beat Jenks and Union. I'm putting it out there.
Oh wow.
I'm putting it out there.
Spicy
takes. Speaking of spicy, apparently we're about to get to a spicy regional. Aaron the Truth Blackley foreshadowed it. We get to San Marcos, Texas, home of our Texas State Bobcats, or Southwest Texas State University Bobcats, which now seems to be I don't know. Where would you rank this regional now in the state? Is it, zero offense to the bands who attend Midland and McAllen, but those would be the bottom two regionals. Where do we put San Marcos in comparison to Austin, the two Houston, the two Dallas?
I would say this is third.
I don't know if I go.
Wow.
Like, because Dallas and then...
I'd say it's on par with like Prosper.
So who's first? Austin,
and then Dallas.
Which Dallas? The Bedford show?
Bedford.
Then you put San Marcos.
Then I would probably put San Marcos. I could see it, but who's going to Prosper this year? Like, is it really strong again?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to the past couple of years.
So you're suggesting that the San Marcos Regional and the Austin Regional are both a more competitive, better attended show than both of the Houston regionals.
I think the Prosper, San Marcos, Houston, it's all in the same bubble.
Well, that's fine. I was hoping you would give me a sound bite. That you speak your truth.
No sound bites for you today. So.
Oh my gosh! All right, lay it on me. It's the San Marcos Regional. Looks pretty tough. There's a lot of.
Do you want to go from 12th to 1st?
You can. One? So let me tell you the bands that are attending that have done incredibly stuff well in the past. Winston Churchill, Ronald Reagan, Claudia Taylor, Westlake, Hendrickson, Dripping Springs, James Bowie, Mo and Gene Johnson. All those groups are at least Grand National semifinalists, regional finalists, super regional finalists, state finalists, etc. Brandeis is a regional finalist as well. I missed them. Apologies. McNeil was a regional champion. Did they win this regional last year?
No, they got a second or
Who
third.
won San Marcos last year?
Dripping Springs.
Dripping Springs. That's what I'm thinking. Gotcha. All right. So it's a pretty packed regional. I tend to agree with Hot Take over here. It is a top 3, maybe 4th at worst regional in the state. What do y'all have for me?
Starting at the bottom of the list, we have Winston Churchill. I have them sneaking into finals. They put on a really entertaining show every year. They did the Mr. Rogers show.
I loved their fly swatter show.
Yeah,
that one was
show.
so fun to watch.
So I think they're going to make it. I've also heard good things about them. Then we have Piper. I know you have... You like Piper this year, don't you?
You have intel from Piper?
Do I have intel from Piper?
Comal County Piper?
I feel like we watched a video of them.
Wow.
No, I don't think I've seen Piper this year.
Oh, boy.
Well,
wow, is your face red?
They're pretty good.
I do like Piper, though.
Okay, all right. You have them in 11th, okay.
Then we have Foster, band from Houston.
Yeah.
We're skipping the
The Houston region?
Yeah.
So they're coming to a harder show. They've made finals in Houston, though.
Yeah.
I think I judged them.
They're a pretty solid band, and I've heard more good things about them this year.
I dig them. I dig it.
And then ninth,
This one's really interesting. I did not make these finals.
Oh, so these are Aaron's predictions.
These are Aaron's.
And we're deciding if we co-sign them.
Most of them I've agreed with, like 99% of them. I've agreed with.
Ooh, this one's tough.
Ninth is CTJ, Claudia Taylor Johnson. And then eighth, you have Hendrickson. Seventh, you have Brandeis.
This is a tough three to...
Yeah.
I don't disagree with the neighborhood of these three bands.
Sixth,
the
you have...
order to me is a little...
Yeah.
It could go...
it could go either way.
I would agree that group of three is kind of in their own place.
Sixth, you have McNeil, which I don't disagree with.
Not having seen them or the band you put in fifth, I'm going to say that I think McNeil should be fifth. Maybe as high as fourth.
Fifth, you have James Bowie. Fourth, you have Mo and Gene Johnson, which is
I agree with this trio.
I haven't seen enough of them to get a read.
I've just heard fantastic.
I've seen a video of them, but it wasn't enough to get a read on how they are.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you have some good people there.
This next one is
I keep going back and forth on this, so
This is
I
a
do
hot
kind of
take.
have.
Yeah.
I kind of do have an addendum.
And you made this knowing full well what happened at the Austin Regional last week, but go for it.
I'm actually changing it. I'm going to have a three-way caption split. I have Ronald Reagan taking GE, Dripping Springs taking music, and Westlake taking visual. And I think Dripping Springs will be third, Westlake second, Ronald Reagan wins the regional. However, that could easily not be the case.
So this is where you alluded to. Who do you think could possibly upset?
Westlake, Texas.
Have we ever had a day in BOA history where two schools at two different regionals with the exact same name win? Computer. You know who you are. Let us know in the comment section down below.
My predictions, which, anything can happen. I could be completely wrong.
I agree.
Dripping Springs third, Westlake second, Ronald Reagan sweeping first.
Ooh.
Completely sweeping, winning by
Just
a point.
dominating.
Winning by a point.
I don't know who the judges are, and not all judges are created equal. And we have a million regionals now, so the palette has been lowered. I know that was an awful metaphor. That's not what I meant to say. Name when you get tied up in your numbers and you get confused, or you get like, well, everyone looks and sounds the same. Ronald Reagan's Grand National finalist, probably should have won in 2003 and 2005. I can see people getting overwhelmed by the mystique of Ronald Reagan, Vandegrift. It could happen to Claudia Taylor. It could happen to James Bowie. Like these bands that have been successful currently and in the past could get a little nudge because they go, yeah, Reagan. This is really, really good because it's Ronald Reagan.
It's Ronald Reagan.
Reagan could have a bad show and someone could be like, wait, am I wrong? No, maybe Reagan's wrong. No, I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, people get lost in their numbers sometimes.
I've seen Reagan's show this year.
Oh, you've seen A Simple Gift?
It is
not so simple.
It is one of my favorite shows of the year. It is fantastic.
Wow, with a capital F or capital PH?
Capital PH. Fantastic. It is amazing.
This is taking zero from the previous head director there, but the new head director that came in last year, yes, I did go to college with him. He's a fantastic player, fantastic teacher. They're going to play really well, not only on the field, but on the stage once he can.
This is also coming from a person who hates simple gifts.
I mean, I'm tired of it.
I hate simple gifts, but I love this show.
Well, Guidry, it's probably not your grandparents' simple gifts or your grandparents.
They use it very well. They use it very, very well.
I'm excited. I'm anxious to hear what you think.
I also really like the show. I just think that
performance-wise, right now,
I think come Grand Nationals, hopefully they'll be at a level.
They took a big bite right now, so it'll take some time to digest it.
I think Westlake is really clean visually. They're one of the few other guards in Texas that can compare to Reagan. So I think they have a good chance at taking visual. And Dripping Springs, I mean, last year they won, but they just play.
I thought they sounded amazing at Austin.
They play incredibly.
When did they get music at Austin?
And now I have to go back and open this up to find out. Oh no, that was the Glass Bowl. So you wanted to find out who got Dripping Springs?
What Dripping Springs music?
Dripping Springs. Oh,
music.
10th in individual, 6th in ensemble.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Strongly.
But then 7th and 6th in music effect. So
I still disagree strongly.
the judges were a little more agreeable. I think the 10th was probably the more egregious.
I thought Drip should have been top 5 at least in music.
Wow.
At Austin.
You heard it here first.
They were fantastic.
Well, we moved from one folk song to another one. Shenandoah, Texas. Shenandoah, a piece many people have set to music. It is not the BOA Houston Regional. It's not the BOA Conroe Regional. It is Shenandoah, as the stadium is in Shenandoah. But they used to call it Conroe for a while.
Just call it Conroe. Just call it Conroe.
Conroe.
It's easier to say than Shenandoah.
Now, this show, we didn't mention this earlier for the HEB show. You might be wondering, well, why isn't LD Bell or Trinity listed? Because they're hosting the show, so they're in exhibition. Shenandoah, the Woodlands run the show.
They are performing in prelims.
Oh, wait, am I incorrect on this one? But College Park, because College Park...
I think College Park, they technically host, or I'm not sure exactly
I thought
who
the Woodlands hosted this show, which is why they didn't usually go.
No, they always...
College Park?
They always go.
No.
But what's happening this year,
All right,
they are
explain
here for
it to me.
prelims.
Okay.
However, Homecoming is that evening.
HOCO?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
So what does that mean?
they are not performing in finals, and that is also true of another band who I would have had in finals otherwise, Tomball Memorial.
Oh.
Yeah,
So if you have a band that advances to finals, in this case has told BOA we are not going to be at finals, is BOA doing anything about that?
Yeah, they just take the next person.
Okay, so the top 13.
They're 14, because Tomball Memorial, I think, would make finals.
Wow. Okay, so then I would be curious to hear on your predictions if you think the 11th and 12th place bands here would not have made finals, obviously because of the Woodlands, and or Tomball Memorial. Would they have made it over Tomball Memorial?
I do not think they
Gotcha.
would.
All right, lay it on me. What's your predictions for Shenandoah, Texas?
I'm not super clued into the Houston bands. This is just me going off of
H-Times.
trends. But
It's fine.
Bridgeland, I have winning.
I think that's the obvious.
Yeah, Bridgeland winning music and GE. Sci-Fair might be able to take visual. Their visual design is some of my favorite in the entire state. Because Texas bands and visual design, not always the best.
They
but
go
Sci-Fair.
together like oil and water.
For real.
But Sci-Fair, they always have like a very unique aesthetic and very good guard.
Are they the most California band in Texas? Right
Oh
now?
yeah, and their drumline.
I mean, it makes sense that they're
Broken City,
Yeah.
the high school.
Vista Murrieta, Broken City. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Which is good. We need more of that. I mean, there was a time when Churchill and the Woodlands were the most like Midwest because of the color guard. Like they were the only two that had, no offense, but this was the 90s and 2000s. They had like legit color guards. And then people started catching on. Which I suggest is because Carmel came and whooped our butts in 2002. And they go, maybe we need to make our color guard better. Anyway, continue. So you have Bridgeland, Sci-Fair. What's up? You can get third if you want.
I got Cypress Woods after that. It's just all Cypress Fairbanks ISD schools.
Oh my-
I think that's going to sweep the podium.
Have we ever had... Okay, only Louisville and Leander have done that, right?
I
Swept
believe
the
so.
podium? Wow. Cool. Yeah, some good bands there. You have... I don't write for them anymore, but in the interest of transparency, she is my sister-in-law at Dickinson High School. You have them at 6th place.
I was about to talk about Dickinson.
I bet, you know what? Upset special, 4th place, Dickinson.
I have heard that Dickinson is very good this year. So
Upsets. You heard? I'm making a lot of hot takes, spicy takes. I'll be spicy because of salsa.
Yeah.
You're a hot take because you strike me as a guy that likes some wing. I like wings too.
Oh, no, yeah.
yeah,
We actually went to Pluckers
last
week.
last show.
What? I have all these coupons. Did you use the coupons from the UT game? 5 free wings.
I use them for, my brother-in-law goes to AFC games.
Oh, I got some at AFC games too. Well,
Yeah.
Tifty.
I'm going to Pluckers after this with my girlfriend. So.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not invited then.
I mean, do you want to go to Pluckers and we can can we sit at the table right next to them? Awesome. And so who are the, I don't want to make it, I know I just asked you this, but who do you have the surprise finalists benefiting more than likely from the Woodlands and Tomball Memorial? If Tomball Memorial were to make finals.
Yes, I have James E. Taylor.
The Jet Band.
Yes. They're one of the more historically one of the more strong KDISD bands. And going off the results from last year, I think they'll fare pretty well here. The 12th, I think it'd be a lot of bands, but I personally have Spring just for old time's sake.
wild times. In the interest, Aaron did have Cinco Ranch being the highest placing Katy band at 8th. No longer writing for them, but like them. You know what?
Yeah, they're definitely a band. That's,
Well, do you know why? Do we know why all of a sudden Cinco Ranch got good in the last few years? Not because they fired me. All right, they got fired me like years ago. Their new assistant director, who took over for Rory, who went and opened Freeman High School in Katy, is the former assistant / percussion teacher from SFA when Dean Westman was there, and then Ryan Agard. I think he got out of the game, like many of us do, got kind of burnt out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe he went to middle school. I don't know. But now he's back, and he was incredibly successful with I can't remember his name, and I think they offered him like the head job multiple times, and he just never took it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I know for a fact he was at SFA, and now he's at Cinco Ranch. And if he is indeed running the marching band, that makes total sense. Makes total sense. Those are some great previews and predictions. A lot of band this weekend. We'll have a lot to talk about next week, so that's going to be a lot of fun. One of the things I like to do, or wanted to do, and I'm glad we can do it, is have sort of a main story, kind of like a conversation, an editorial, if you will. And we were talking about this in a particular nerd Slack group. Oh, by the way, this segment is called Inside the Arc. Anyway. Because we're inside we are in an arc. Yeah, but whatever. And we were talking about what was it about BOA Austin?
Yes.
Okay. I know. So BOA Austin only had 15 bands attend. Okay, 15 bands, and then when we had discussed, they were going to have 12 finalists. So that means there were 3 bands. But then we would have class representation by 2 of those bands. I didn't mean to flick y'all off. Which meant one band was not going to play. So then that morning, didn't they decide everyone was going to play, right? So everyone played twice, but they only scored the top 12. So we had 3 exhibition groups, or 4. I don't know how they did it.
3.
3 exhibition groups. And I won't mention names, because if they want to mention who they were, did they say I missed 10 finalists? Or was I the one that said it? I think I said it.
I think you said it, yeah.
And, I did a video 2 years ago about saying we have too many drum corps finalists. With the amount of drum corps, getting fewer and fewer or less and less, we should go down to 10 finalists. I think, this is, I would like to posit this to you for a discussion. I think that BOA should instill a rule or whatever that says if there are less than 20 bands at their regionals, there can only be 10 finalists. And maybe it's 19 and less, only 10 finalists. Once you hit 20, you can have 12. Because then you have this idea where we have 12 finalists, but 4 bands have to go home. And it's kind of like, where do we draw the number? I totally get that. But I think that if a regional is very sparsely attended, they should lower the regionals to the old school 10. Now, you may be wondering who would that potentially impact, and shout out to some nerds. It would have only impacted Austin Regional, which we talked about. The Midland Regional, which is coming up soon. Next weekend? 2 weekends?
Yes.
Midland, Las Cruces, which we just talked about, and then Idaho. Really only takes care of 4 regionals. I know a lot of the bands would kind of be disappointed, but it's still like you want to have a competition to make these finalists. So what do you think? Should BOA cap the number of finalists at 10 where there are fewer than 20 bands, or you could change the number to be an arbitrary number?
Didn't it used to be 10 up until 2019 or something?
Yeah, 2019 was the first year.
Right before COVID. Because remember, it was 10 for regionals.
Oh, wait, no.
Was it after COVID?
I think it was after COVID.
After COVID?
Maybe it's because we're like, we got to get everyone in.
Because I remember there only
remember
being
this.
10 at
because
Austin
the first time that my alma mater, Westwood, made BOA Austin finals.
They were 12th?
They only took 10 finalists, but they made the
I see. So they made the cut, is what you're saying. BOA regionals traditionally only had 10. Super regionals, depending on the number, 14? Do they do 12 or 14?
Majority of them round up to be 14, but every once in a while you get 12.
Like a St. Louis or
the one year they did the super regional in Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem, that makes sense.
That was a 12, I think. Atlanta had 12.
That's right. And Grand Nationals has been 12, which is so wonky because Grand Nationals has 100 bands. They only take 12.
But then they do semifinals, so it's like...
Oh, that's true. That's how they get it. So anyway, continue, hot take.
I mean, I think that depending if there's like 13 bands, I think you should let, because imagine you are one of those 3 bands that doesn't make it. You're like, dang, I drove 4 hours to go to this contest and then I leave after performing one time. I think they should they should limit to 3, like 13 if they take 10, limit to 3 and have them do exhibitions.
But I think it should depend on what bands are exhibitioning, because if they have a 1A, a 2A representative, and then the 3A and 4A make finals, you already have 14, potentially 14. I guess that kind of depends.
It gets wishy-washy.
It does get sticky.
There's the way that BOA used to do it. I don't know if they're still doing this, but when there were like 15 band regionals, they would just take everyone to finals. I think that is probably the easiest solution for like 15 and under, because I mean the schedule is already built to have time for 3 exhibitions.
You're right.
On top of 12 finalists, because
Potential, just in case.
So
And,
it works out time wise, and then you can just keep like a rule of 5. So like then 20, that'd be your 10 finalists, and then anything above 20 would be 12 finalists.
Yeah, and honestly, this only really affects super early regionals or California regionals.
Not even California this year. It's very well attended.
Oh, where's it at this year?
It's Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, so not like Fresno.
Sorry if I mispronounced that.
Yeah, we didn't go to the Chuck Henson School of proper pronunciation of every band. Wow, so it sounds like you all agree with me to a certain extent.
I mean,
But with some stickyisms.
because we thought that there was going to be 12 finalists at Austin, just 12 straight up, maybe 14 because of and they were like, oh, one person's gonna have to go home, and they said nope, everyone's performing. We're like, okay, we get prelims too,
Which is a call they should have made earlier. But I'm glad that they did that. So no hate or shame to BOA. I'm glad they made that decision. But I think they should look at it and go like, okay, well, we're only gonna do this, and if you say it early enough, because the deadline is an early enough time where you can go like, okay, only 10 finalists, only 12. They do it for super regionals, so why don't they do it for regionals? That's right. That's right. Referendum.
But for super regionals, Nats will probably always stay at 12.
Makes sense. I mean, years ago, me and Eric Cosman and Jen Barton, Jenny B, we rethought how Grand Nationals could work, especially how it pertains to the 1A, 2As not named Tarpon Springs.
Well, they do have a semifinals, which is an extra performance for all the bands that deserve
Look, man,
to be there.
We can, you know what? We'll talk about it when we get closer to Grand Nationals. Thank you for that. Well, it is the most controversial part of any recording here at General Effect Media, the national top 15 for the week of September 22nd through 27th. I have asked not to be informed ahead of time of what this list is so I can react in real time. And I'm excited to find out what the A&W have for the national top 15.
And this is not what we think is going to happen. This is right now.
That is important. That
Very
is
important.
a
It's not
current
like,
ranking.
oh, this band's going to get 5th at San Antonio. Why are they ranked insert
Thank you for clarifying
something
that.
like that.
All right.
This is just from right now.
And we're going to go from the bottom, or what do we do?
Yeah, let's do from the bottom.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah,
here we
from
go.
the bottom, and then I'll just me and you. Me.
right.
Okay. Number 15, we have Rouse.
Rouse House.
Rouse House.
Yeah, all right. Based on what happened last week. All right. Okay.
I think they're very solid. Maybe a little bit underscored, but I think they're still very solidly within that top 15 programs in the nation.
All right.
And then 14, we had Westlake, another
can't
BOA
argue with
Austin.
that.
Can't really
Westlake,
argue.
Texas.
Texas, yes. Not Utah.
Texas.
Maybe
could
next
be.
week.
Maybe
Could
next
be.
week, yeah.
Maybe
We'll
if
see.
Westlake, Utah wins like by 6 points, we'll have to
Wow.
reconsider.
Yeah, definitely.
If Westlake wins by more than 5 points, I'm going to put him in my top 10.
You heard it here first.
I'll
Hot
put him in
Take
my top
Willie
10.
will rank Westlake, Utah. They'll turn blue.
All right, number 13, we have Ronald Reagan.
That's pretty low.
I personally think this number will shoot up by the end of the year.
I would agree.
But as of right now, they haven't performed at a contest.
Okay.
So
All right.
we have him at 13.
I'll allow it.
12, we have Vista Ridge.
Yeah, I guess
think
you kind of have to.
I think I'd have them a bit higher just off of how well they play. However, visually, their show is kind of a nothing burger. But musically, they sound incredible.
Of course. Yeah.
They won ensemble music for a reason.
I like their show a lot more than I thought I would from seeing leak videos.
Ooh, leaks.
Leaks, yes. This is one of, if not the strongest I've felt about Vista Ridge this early in the season.
Okay.
Because early season, the Vista Ridge, you always see their shows and you're like, meh, it could use a little sauce. I feel very strongly about this show this early.
All right.
I still think they could use some sauce.
Yeah, a little bit more sauce, but from comparison-wise, I think this. All right, and at 11 we have Cedar Park.
Did we go 12?
Yeah,
Was 12
Vista
Vista
Ridge.
Ridge?
Oh, okay. 11th
11th Cedar Park.
I am interested to see what happens because you have put the second place band at that regional at 11. Don't spoil it to me. But where does that you put the first place? Okay, Cedar Park at 11th. I don't know. Cedar Park seems a little low for my taste.
I think I'd have them a little bit higher. However, this is a joint effort.
The A&W National Top 15. Sponsor is A&W
With
Revere.
personal disagreements and scores and stuff.
I think
whatnot.
I don't know if we talked about this during the Austin, but their finals performance was not quite there.
Should I say who I was sitting behind?
You can say it. I think it's okay.
I was sitting right behind Evan Van Doren during finals. And judging by his reaction to their finals run, was not
It was
the
not
best.
it.
It was not the best.
I think I would agree with Evan Van Doren's reaction. I think they're fine, especially like after you got past the first movement, it was a little rough. However, that being said, their prelims
Their
run.
prelims run was fantastic. It was amazing.
And what were they overall in prelims? Do you remember? Were they second?
I probably would have put him
think
second
they
in
were second.
prelims.
Okay.
I probably would have put him second in prelims.
All right. Now we're in the top 10? All right.
We have the Woodlands.
Who we've not seen other than potential leaks?
Only
Yes, I've seen a couple like football videos here and there. The show hasn't connected with me like a lot of their more recent shows have. However, that's not the first time it's happened, and then I end up loving it at the end of the year.
Sure. All right, 10th. Okay.
9th we have Marcus.
All right. All right. We haven't seen him much, right? So
Haven't really seen him much. I will say their show is written so well this year.
Gotcha.
Their show is
I
written so
actually
well.
have not seen Marcus yet.
Their show is written really well.
All right.
And then we have in 8th we have Tarpon Springs.
I haven't seen him, but that seems a little low for me.
I'm just saying, our friend Matthew, friend of all of ours,
Cars and Sons.
what he has said, I feel pretty confident in.
And what did he say? Can you repeat it?
He said it's Tarpon Springs early season. They're always a band that
Yeah.
gets drastically better just because of where they start compared to a lot of other programs.
And so far, no hurricanes.
Nope.
Pray.
Is this wood?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
That was us knocking wood for you, Tarpon
And
Springs.
Tarpon loves to, on their off nats years,
Yep.
they always love to experiment and do
Which I love.
a bunch of wacky
I am
stuff.
a fan. I am a fan.
So, and I like that a lot.
All right.
All right, 7, we have Blue Springs.
Blue Springs.
No. Haven't seen him. I have to go off.
Blue Springs, they've had a very strong identity with the show design the past few years. I think some of them have hit more for me than others, but I don't think not even you, sir, can deny that they can.
So when I hear these lists, I always imagine if all these bands were at Grand Nationals, what would the order be? And so I look at this and go like, Tarpon's going to be Blue Springs. Marcus is going to be Blue Springs. Like that's how
this isn't Grand
This is
Nationals.
also right now.
I gotcha.
This isn't what it's going to be.
Maybe that's how I think about this list later on. Like if you put them all at the greatest marching band show in the world, Blue Springs may not make finals. If you have the best 12.
If you were to have a list of what I think the rankings are going to be at the end of the season, this would be so much different.
All right. So anyway, sorry.
Much different.
Keep going.
But yeah, I think they perform very, very well, and they're able to communicate the vibe and the theme of the show better than most programs. They remind me of mandarins in that sense. I think they just have a ability to embody the show, even if it's not your cup of tea. It's just
Sure. Okay, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So you're implying also that Blue Springs can't play New Orleans style jazz either.
I would be shocked if they could.
All right, next
That's
one.
pretty funny.
No, it's me.
Yes.
It's Carmel.
At 5th?
Sixth.
We're at 6th?
Yes.
Holy smokes. Oh, man. I'm going to get a text message once this video goes
This is
live.
also right now. This is not what it's going to be at the end of the season, but this is right now.
Man, you know what? I'm going to take offense to that. You have a band playing Latin music and you're putting them in 6th in SACE? Come on, Aaron.
Maybe
Don't you like Tex-Mex?
if they were playing Latin music like Latin music and not
So what does Carmel have to do this weekend to move up in your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like their competition on the field isn't strong enough to.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. It doesn't move the needle.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe if I do watch it and I'm blown away by it, I'll move them up. But
If they win by an unbelievable amount, I'll move them up.
All right.
I'll move them up a lot.
Oof, man, I thought that was 5th. So 6th was Carmel. All right, who's 5th?
Number 5 is Vandegrift.
Vandy Band.
Oh, man. And my hometown allegiance is fighting with my... I don't have bias. I don't know. I just think that there's a depth to and a level of sophistication that Michael Gaines and company have visually and general effectly in a Carmel show that I don't necessarily continuously see from a Vandegrift show.
I would agree.
But then Carmel is designed to go to Grand Nationals every year. If Vandegrift was designed to go to Grand Nationals, we'd be looking at a different type of show. But I got you. All right. And this is for today or this weekend, whatever. So, all right, I will allow it.
4th, we have Broken Arrow. We had them in 1st last week. However, since then we've gotten more full video of them.
They're very much what Broken Arrow normally does. They're not as strong at the beginning of the season. That's why they don't go to any competitions until October.
They're scared.
They could go to BOA DFW if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's literally like an hour and a half. I don't know.
But
OU comes down to DFW every year.
But by the end of the season, they are insane.
I think
Every single year. By the end of the season, they shoot up. It's like exponential. All right, number 3, we have Flower Mound.
Flomo. Shout out Alan Space.
So that means that we know who the top 2 are then. Oh, man.
I think we'll have a better read on this
After this weekend, right?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks is when we have the BOA DFW.
Gotcha.
And I already have a prediction for that one.
Well, you save it.
I'll save it.
You
I'll
save
save
it.
it.
Okay. All right. I'm a little. I think I would probably flip who you have 2nd and 3rd, but it's hard to like really convince someone why they should. So continue.
Yeah. 2nd, we have Hebron. Hebron just plays really damn well.
They do.
They play really good.
They do. And which means, who do you have in 1st?
Avon.
The marching black and gold.
Are you prepared to say that Avon's going to three-peat right now?
They could.
I could definitely
They're
see it.
definitely a top 2 Nats no matter what.
Who's the other one?
Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow.
Wait, are they going to nationals
Broken Arrow's going to Nats, yes.
for the 2nd year in a row?
Yep.
But they haven't done that in a while, right?
They usually
Back
take
in the
years.
day.
It's
They take
2-1,
years off.
2-1, 2-1.
I feel like they always take years off after they win.
Sure.
I don't know if that's just how the pattern lands,
Wow.
but
The pattern is what's the quote again?
it might 2-1-1. 2.
No. Sorry.
What?
What's the pattern?
2 years on, 1 year off.
No. The quote about the pattern from the room
The
full
detail
The
of the pattern,
detail of the pattern is movement.
Thank
yes.
you. That's what I was going for.
Sorry.
Gosh.
8
That's
words.
exciting. This is
8 notes.
this is for the 2nd week in a row where we have a different champion potential.
And
top.
what you said earlier, you think you would flip the top, the 2 and 3.
I think
It's
so.
like this is right now. This is not what I may think will happen in a few weeks, but this is of right now.
I'd agree.
You got to remember that. Exciting stuff with the national top 15.
Yeah.
Another segment that I wanted to add to be new is to allow an opportunity for any of us or for all of us to kind of give a shout out, whether it's a positive shout out. I mean, we don't want to be a negative Nellies or anything like that, but something that isn't strictly competitive marching band related. Maybe something even tangentially related to music or something just heavy in music. And the idea came to me because I was, like many people, scrolling through the TikTok, and I came across a TikTok video by Dante Green from Richland Northeast High School, class of 2026. And it was from the pregame of the Nation Ford versus Richland Northeast. So these are South Carolina bands. We've heard of Nation Ford. And I believe Dante Green was one of the singers in this. He's either quartet or trio singing the Star Spangled Banner. And it was, for someone my age, very reminiscent of when Boyz II Men would sing sort of like their Star Spangled Banner. And they'd mix it with America the Beautiful. And it was, they changed, the inflections, they changed some chords, they changed harmonies. I'm really into that. I know that there are a lot of traditionalists out there, people who hate indoor winds, who also hate when the Star Spangled Banner is not in 3/4. I'm not that type. You know what? And I will post that video here. So you got to hear why I was so excited about this Star Spangled. Now, did y'all get to watch it? I sent it to y'all. Did y'all have any thoughts?
Watch it.
Oh, what'd you think?
I did enjoy it a lot. I agree. Like, I'm not a hyper traditionalist with the national anthem. There is a caveat there. I think as is, like, a traditional arrangement is already hard to perform.
Sure.
So, like, whenever you mix it up, you need to be really good.
Yeah. Oh,
and I think they were really good.
For sure. Yeah, it was sort of a chordal harmony, just some very different approaches to it for high school kids. I think that's the other thing we need to realize is that these are high school kids singing on the 50 with awful speakers and microphones, I'm sure. And I was pleasantly excited and surprised when I saw that. That's why I wanted to share it with you. And I wanted everyone to give a shout out. So shout out to Dante Green and those singers. If anyone knows them, send it to them and shout them out in the comment section down below. Did you watch it at all? Hot take?
I
really?
actually didn't see the notification
It's
or
fine.
anything of
He doesn't see anything, does he?
No.
Did you see the email I sent?
Yeah, the one
I
with
sent the link for this. He saw that. All right.
saw that.
I'm just going to send it through email. All right, through email. Aaron tells me that he has something for this segment, which we are calling In the Stands, because I like to name segments. So In the Stands, what do you have for us, Aaron?
So I actually found this. This came out about 2 weeks ago at this point.
Okay.
However, it came up in my recommended, I think like the day after you recommended this this segment of the show, and I was like, this is perfect for it. It is Tiffany Johns, who is she's a brass arranger, composer, and performer, and she did an arrangement of Chapel Roan's Pink Pony Club, a song that has been covered to death. However, I think this is the cover to kill them all. It is an incredible arrangement. She uses an incredibly wide variety of brass instruments. You got like the trumpet, your basic brass instruments, but then you also got weird ones, like you have a euphonium and a baritone, because those are different instruments.
It's true. It's true.
And then you have like one of the like really old mellophones that are just kind of like a big circle.
Oh, and I thought that was a flute. Did she use a flugelhorn?
Yeah, she
Maybe.
has.
Oh, okay.
She has a flugelhorn as
gotcha.
well.
Well, if we can, and I'll reach out before we publish this, we will put a little bit right here. and I'm glad you showed it to me this before we recorded because that was super cool. What drum corps should do that arrangement on the field?
Bluecoats already did it.
They did Pink Pony Club? Oh, is it like an encore tune?
They did. Yeah, it was like an encore thing.
I think.
Wow, I didn't even think it was going to be that hard of a question for you, Aaron. Wow.
I mean, Bluecoats feels too obvious. That's the thing.
Yeah, it does. Especially the way this arrangement starts, because it's very like piano phasey, like something that Bluecoats would do with their microphones and all this other kind of stuff. Excuse me. So
I think the next best fit, just to contrast with their usually very dark show themes, mandarins.
Aaron Blackley is a mandarins truther.
I do like me some
because you say
mandarins.
something as like out there as Pink Pony Club, you immediately think Bluecoats.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that do the out there and like the really creative stuff. Yeah, one of the only drum corps that does any creative stuff. So there you go.
So Tiffany Johns is the name, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, but if anyone wants, we will send it to her probably and go like, hey, we shouted you out. We really liked it. And this leads us to some call for submission. So if there's some cool things that you think we should see, even if it's your own stuff, that's fine. We'll look at it. But I like organically coming across some things, music related or stuff like that. So we'd love to give you a shout out here in the stands. But call for submissions when it comes to your marching band shows, your contests, your results. We can't see and hear everything. Aaron will try. He's only one person. He can only do so much. I mean, you do have to sleep, right? Kinda?
I should sleep more than I do.
Okay. All right. And William doesn't check his text messages, so don't text him.
I just didn't see that one. I saw the other ones.
Do you know why I don't think you saw our text messages?
Why?
Because you're on an Android phone. Wait, are you? You're okay. You're on
Yeah,
All right,
I'm on the phone.
But he's in cybersecurity, so makes me think that we should probably also be on Android phones. I don't know.
He does have a good sticker on his phone though.
Yes, I do.
Same sticker
Where is
that
it?
I have on my phone.
Oh, let's see it. I like that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, if you have scores, results, if you want to let us know about your competitions, if you have some story ideas or questions that you want us to address, send it to us. We'll put it down here. And if you are interested in giving us a little on-site report from your show, we are all three in Austin currently. We are all in the Austin area, so we cannot make it to any non-Texas shows other than the Grand National Championships in Indianapolis. So if you're if you're at the Idaho Regional and you want to give us a report, a clean report, a positive report, let's do it. Send it our way. We'll plug it in somewhere on there. And we have a few weeks away, but if you are in the Austin area and you want to, and you will be at the Texas Marching Classic, 2 of us will be there, plus other General Effect Media folks will be there. It is year 2 of Show Day, our version of Game Day, where we will be providing on-site content on Instagram. We will be doing, for the first time, live commentary immediately after every band. And then in the major breaks, we'll be doing Show Day, where we do interviews with students, maybe some of the directors, and just giving overall commentary, as well as giving you updates from scores throughout the day. William will be providing score updates from the Red River Shootout taking place at the Cotton Bowl. That's right. I said Red River Shootout because I'm of that age. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. So, but we'll be keeping him up. We'll be texting him. He won't read them, but we will be texting him how the day is going.
I'll read them.
Yeah. So, anything from you two?
I will be at San Marcos this week.
Oh, you will be at San Marcos.
And I will be in enemy territory. I'm going to the Auburn versus A&M game.
Ooh, who are you rooting for?
Who do you think I'm rooting for?
Auburn. War Eagle.
But I will be in the student section.
Oh man, I hope you're ready to stand up.
Yeah, I have to hide, like cover my my shirt up so nobody sees me.
Now, do they still do that annoyingly awful tradition where they kiss their girlfriends after every touchdown? A&M has a lot of weird traditions. They're weird. Well, I mean, when you're in the middle of the country, kind
of like that little cousin at the family reunion that your mom makes you kind of hang out with. And you don't really want to
take Billy Bob with you. Mom,
like really?
He's so weird. You know, that was what Texas had to do when they brought OU to the SEC. You know,
well, I respect them at least.
Well, OU's won a title and while we were alive.
Yeah.
All right, you've heard it here. Longhorns down, Longhorns up. Here we go. Awesome, cool. Well, this was a good episode. Looking forward to some amazing band and amazing national top 15. Probably going to go wonky next week. So,
Yep.
awesome. Well, that's the program. We'll see all of you later. Like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff.